up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is Twin Flames Unite, and we are at it again. And if you don't know by now, I'm Chris.
And I'm Lisha.
What up? What's going on, everybody? You know, we are here to bring you practical solutions that you can apply easily, naturally, and automatically
in your everyday life, so you can tap into your unlimited potential
and rise to the highest version of yourself. All right. So today we have an interesting thing to go into, a little bit of diving deep into relationships. So to kick this one off, I'm gonna let my baby explain it
Yes.
because I don't want to mess it up.
You won't mess it up. Okay, so today what we are hoping to do with this video is to provide you with some really easy questions that you can ask your partner or somebody that you might be dating, or if you meet someone in the future. Okay, and these questions are going to provide you with vital answers and information about your partner that can get you to really know who or what you're dealing with, or what possible situations to prepare yourself for that might arise during the relationship, right? Because getting to know someone means that you have to spend a lot of time with them so that you can see how you guys match together, or if you don't.
If you resonate or not.
If you resonate or not, right? Sometimes you have that instant chemistry. That chemistry is pretty good. But sometimes the steam can go down, possibly because of maybe one of the answers to these questions that we're going to get into. So we're just going to give you the questions that you would probably, or you should ask. And these questions are going to give you a deeper look into the psyche of your partner, to get to know what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with.
Yep.
And if you want to deal with,
if you want to continue
if you want to continue on in that relationship, because these are things that it's good to know earlier, right? If you're willing to invest the time, and if you're willing to grow with this individual, at least you know what you're dealing with. Or a possibility of what you could be potentially dealing with, just by asking these very simple questions. I think it's 14 questions?
Yeah, 14 questions.
14 questions. And so when you're asking the questions, it's not going to be like an interrogation, of course.
No.
You can do it in a very fun way. You can write these questions down, and you can make a game out of it. Like, let's play a game, and the game is called Getting to Know Each Other Better, right? And you can take turns, and I don't know, maybe you can have like little things that you give out after you answer the question. You might get a treat, whatever, but make it fun.
You might get a treat.
Maybe if you drink wine, you take 2 sips, I take 1, or whatever. Right? Find some type of reward system, or something. Clap at the end, just to make it interesting.
But if you get alcohol involved, some spirits involved,
I don't know.
You might actually get some real truth.
You might get some real truth, right? And that's what you're looking for. You're looking for truth, right? So we're gonna dive into these questions. I think we're gonna take turns. So I'll start out, because my baby said ladies first. I'll start out, and then I'll ask him the question, and then you guys can just write the questions down, so that the next time you go out on a date, or the next time you meet someone, these would just be fun questions that you can ask each other, so you can get to know each other a little better. All right?
So I got my question.
Okay, question number 1.
Question number 1.
You got to ask me question number 1.
So, what was your best childhood memory?
So, my best childhood memory was when I was 7 years old. It was my first trip to England. I went to London. It's my first plane ride.
Doing it big.
Yeah, I was 7, and we went to London for the summer, so I can go and see my great aunts and uncles and cousins and stuff like that. And that was a very, very good childhood memory for me.
Like, what was so special about
Because it made me realize that I like to travel.
it? Okay.
It opened me up to a different world. It opened me up to a different climate because I was from the Caribbean where it's hot 24/7.
Yeah, you want to talk about a culture shock or
It
just
was definitely, it broadened my horizon on so many different levels, to the point that when I actually came back home from the vacation, I felt like I was in such a smaller space. And I think that that's what made my appetite grow more for travel.
yeah. So with that being said, so if you're asking your partner or the person you plan on living life with,
Mhm.
right? Say for example, they give an answer something like Leisha gave. So if I'm understanding correctly,
Mhm.
you would be most happiest when you're traveling.
You got it. Look at
Okay.
you, so
See,
smart.
see, because when it once again, this is when you're talking about the subconscious, right?
Yeah.
Until you actually go through and do some reprogramming, a lot of the stuff that we are running off of are based off of programs that were installed when we were children.
Mhm.
So that program it sticks, and I don't think that's what we need to change.
No, it's running really
So
good. It
just keep
runs
it
really
going.
well, and I don't want to change it
Right.
because I do love to travel. And now that I'm thinking back, that's where that little itch began. So when I was 7, first took that plane trip, and it was just amazing. The whole thing was good. The plane ride was good. Meeting all these different people was good. The food, because I had, it was
Mhm.
different food that we had.
Yeah.
It was just every day we were out, we were doing something, and it was just so new, and I
Now with
just
the
loved it.
proper food. Or was it
Sometimes,
sometimes?
most of the
Okay.
time, it was proper food though, but it was
Okay.
good food. It was good proper. That's when I first tried beans, because it's the British
Oh, the
thing.
breakfast
The
thing.
breakfast with I had the beans
Mm.
with the eggs.
And see, this also shows how this even the things from your childhood still play out into your adulthood. Because now, every now and again, we'll have breakfast with some vegan beans.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's where I got it from.
there you go.
That's a
All right,
long time ago.
hey,
Damn.
there we go.
Okay,
All right. So,
so
what's my question?
now your question is, what is your worst childhood memory? Now you got to pay attention to this part because this plays a big role too.
My worst childhood memory was being picked on in uh, elementary because I was taller than everybody else.
Wow.
I used to have this yellow fleece that I just loved that yellow fleece,
Oh.
right? But because I was bigger than everybody, they wanted to call me Big Bird.
Sorry, man. I shouldn't laugh.
We can laugh now,
Naughty girl.
but
Terrible.
but yeah, but that was one of my worst memories as far as childhood because I was teased because I was taller than everybody else.
People always do stuff like that. They probably was mad because they were short. You know.
More likely, the Napoleon complex.
Exactly like how Zeus and Umi. You got two dogs. One's big, one's small, and the small one is always attacking the bigger one, but the bigger one don't even pay him any mind. But yeah. So with you having that as a worst childhood memory, that could be an indication as far as what could possibly make you feel insecure,
Mm-hmm.
right? So you can get to see where your partner's insecurity might lie,
Mm-hmm.
right? And just a deeper look under there,
Yeah. But
right?
I tell you what, once I started getting into girls and understanding that they like taller men, I was cool with it.
Of course. That's what I'm saying. They were jealous.
Yeah, they were
Tall
jealous.
people, that's a win, especially if you're a guy and you're tall, dark, handsome. That's a plus.
Oh yeah, so let me see what the
the next
is.
question. Yeah, let's put it on the phones. So question
let's
number
see.
3.
So question number 3. What was your biggest fear as a child?
That's easy. Lizards. Like what's worse than that?
Now,
Lizards terrified me. Like I would probably kill myself trying to run from a damn lizard.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was my
Now see,
biggest fear. I'm not even joking.
see now this one is a little bit harder to dig into
Hmm.
as far as trying to understand the psyche of that. Like I don't even know where to begin with that
They just, I don't even know where that started, to be
one.
honest with you. I just don't like the way they wiggle. I don't like how they wiggle. They too suspicious, you know? And they just come out of nowhere.
Did you think they were going to attack you?
I don't know. Oh, okay, I know what it, I know, I remember.
Okay.
Okay, so in the Caribbean, there are these lizards, and they call them cocoa bay.
Cocoa Bay.
Cocoa bay, yeah. And
Okay.
so with these lizards, they have little suction cups at the bottom of them.
Mm-hmm.
And if they stick on you, it's hard to get them off.
Oh.
And you have to get something hot like an iron and peel it off. So there you go. I remember now. I got a good memory.
So did that happen to you?
No, of course not. I
Oh,
made sure. Listen, it was my life mission to make sure that it did not happen to me. Okay, so there you go. That's what happened with that.
Yeah.
So I just stayed away from all. To make my life easy, I stayed away from all reptiles.
Now I gotta ask you a tough question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it would be beneficial to go back and revisit?
No, why would I do something like that?
I mean, because I don't know, but
I'm comfortable with being not. So listen, I'm comfortable. This is one fear that I'm comfortable with. I have come to the conclusion that it's okay for me to want to keep my distance from lizards, and I live very happily with that decision.
It makes us happy to see sometimes.
Listen, I'm fine. I'm totally okay with not being okay.
All right, so that was
that's my biggest fear. Y'all can laugh. I know y'all probably in there laughing, but it's okay. I already resolved it in my mind.
All right, so we're on number 4, y'all. Number 4. What's number 4?
All right. So what we can learn, we gotta say what we can learn from my greatest fear.
Mm-hmm.
So a takeaway from my greatest fear is that you just don't bring lizards around me. Because somebody like me, I would leave a relationship.
Like so if I had a pet iguana, we wouldn't be here.
No, I don't know. We wasn't gonna be
it was either you or the iguana.
No, you keep the iguana. I was gonna go. I told you I avoid them things at all costs.
So what if I got rid of it?
No, you keep because you like that. You would have liked that, and it would have came up again in the future.
Right.
So you see, you learn something from your partner's fears. You see, you see them at their lows, and see, my fear is a lizard, right? Someone might have a fear of something else. Mm-hmm. So what you can learn about your partner through what they fear is their vulnerability. What makes them vulnerable. Mm-hmm. So that's just something to keep in mind, and kind of be gentle with that vulnerability if you can.
Yeah.
So at least you know down the road, hey,
if we go into some tropical place,
right?
Just keep an eye out for lizards. Because you know what? To be honest, when we and this is
Florida, I just jumped my heart, and I love Florida.
But one of the things, and I didn't even tell you this, but when we go to Florida, like I look for the lizards to make sure that you don't walk in the path of the lizards.
That's so nice. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
They really do make my heart palpitate. Like I feel like I'm about to die. I appreciate that so much because I just can't take it. I really, I don't never want to deal with that. Like it's okay.
All right, let's go on.
It's funny, but hey, you get to see where they're vulnerable at.
Yeah.
All right, and if you want to deal with it. Mm-hmm. Now the next one is yours, right?
Yeah, number 4.
What is your favorite year, or what was your favorite year of school?
My favorite year of school was my senior year class of 2002, y'all.
All right.
Yeah, my senior year, I had, man, you know what? That was my best year because I had a badass car.
Okay.
I had an 83 Chevy Camaro, stick shift.
Wow.
Poly traction, 400 some horses underneath that hood. Like that was yeah, that was.
You see
that
how
was
he lit up?
Yeah.
You see the light. So when you ask this type of question, what was your favorite year of school? So you just take in mind, this is you're going into the subconscious because you're asking questions in the past, in the childhood. All these questions are based in the childhood. So you're getting into the psyche, you're getting to see where programs begun.
Right.
Okay, and if you could deal with these programs.
Yeah. Because I still like fast cars.
Right.
If it were up to me, we'd have a fast car in the driveway right now.
and then this also gives you a chance to see what makes your partner happy. You know, you get to get an idea of how they would look when they're in their happiest state of being. Because even him talking about it, he lit up like a damn Christmas tree.
Yeah.
So you get to see that smile. And another thing, when you ask people these type of questions, like happy questions like this, you're automatically creating a bond with that individual, right? Because they're getting to share something that makes them really happy, a memory that they probably hadn't shared with anyone, or maybe no one ever thought to ask them this question.
Right.
So you're literally creating a bond with that person. So you want to make sure that you're in a state of compassion, sensitivity, and even a bit of gratitude when you're asking these questions, and you really want to connect with the individual.
Yep.
You got to be vulnerable to do this exercise also.
Yeah.
Right? Because this can really build a true connection. Okay? So just like my baby was so happy just talking about it, and then with your reaction, seeing the happiness and getting to share that happiness with you, I'm telling you, fireworks might go off there.
All right. So on to question number 5.
Number 5.
Okay. Number 5. What was your favorite subject or class in school?
Well, that's easy.
What was that?
Literature, English.
Yeah.
I like all the literature. I like English, composition, comprehension. Those are my favorite, and I excelled at that. Favorite, like I could compose a damn paragraph. Composition was the bomb.com.
Just effortless.
Easily, naturally, and automatically. Since I was a kid, I was very good at writing. So that was my favorite subject as a kid. It's always been English, never math. I was never a problem solver.
And so with that, so if you like English, you like literature, that means for one, you like to tell stories.
Yeah, look at you! Look at you!
Okay, because it's not so much just liking to communicate.
Right.
It's telling a story, because literature is really an art of telling a story. And as you all so well know, my baby is really good at telling stories through poetry. Yeah. And just a slight little plug is that we still have some personalized books that you can get signed, and just go up to the website, order it, and we'll ship it out to you.
Oh yeah, right here.
So just let you know. But yeah, so you like to tell stories.
I do. I like to compose, not only tell, but I like to compose stories, like, write stories, and even like biography, tell actual events and stuff like that.
You know what? And this is just another side note. I can see now why so many people like Leisha.
Hey, what?
Because look, most people like stories.
That's true.
They want to be told a good story.
That's true.
And if you like telling a good story, then it makes you even more likable to other people.
This is true. This is true. This is very true.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
See, learn something new every day. So, and that portion would actually get you to see what your partner is passionate about, right? Even if somebody doesn't pay them for it, you get to see what makes them tick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the things that they're truly passionate about, the thing that they love, because it's a subject,
Mm-hmm.
right? So that gets you in the psyche, in the subconscious, to see the thing, because think about it now. We're older now,
Mm-hmm.
so the thing that they really loved once, they might have outgrew it.
Mm-hmm.
They might not have the time to doing all this adulting. They might not have the time to do that particular thing that they once really loved doing. So maybe you might spark something inside of them again to make them realize, like, wow, when I was in school, I used to love art class. Gosh, you know, ever since I had this job, I hadn't really done any artwork, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It might spark something inside of them again and make them want to start doing that once more,
All right.
right?
So boom, we're on to question number 6.
Number 6.
Number 6.
Okay, this is your question.
Mm-hmm.
What did you want to be when you grew up? This is a good one.
Well, this is one I haven't lived out. But when I was a kid, I actually wanted to be a pilot.
Wow.
I wanted to be flying in the air. I don't know, something was just so I was fascinated about it because for one, when I was a kid, I was even to today, I'm really fascinated with clouds.
You are. You like the sky.
And like I wanted to be able to fly through the clouds and just see what's going on in
the.
there.
I think every kid have a particular fascination with clouds, because I kid you not, when I was a child, I would look up at the freaking sky, and I just wanted to know what does it feel like? I wanted to touch it.
Yeah, put your
hands and see if I could feel it.
Yeah.
And would it go squish like the Care Bears, you know? and when I would be in the planes, when we would fly and travel, I would always want to sit at the window because I wanted to watch the clouds. And then I would imagine myself touching the clouds to see what it feels like.
Oh, you know what? Wow, that just brought back a memory.
See?
Because I remember the first time I took a plane ride was when it was in high school, and we flew from Alabama all the way to California.
Wow. See?
And I had a window seat. That shit was so dope.
Right, watching the clouds.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's something about watching them clouds. It's something about it.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there you go.
So you really get to see a different side of your partner, something that's deep in there that, look, my baby just remember that.
It just sparked a memory.
So you really get into to see some stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess it's mine now.
Yeah. All right. So we are on question number 7. We're halfway through, y'all.
Right. And then that question, we can't just leave that so lightly, because that's important.
Go ahead.
So when you ask your partner, you know, what did they want to be when they get older, you have to pay attention, and you have to pay attention to see, you know, what changed. Like, how come you not, like my baby, he's not a pilot. Like, how come you're not a pilot, right? And then you have to go to look to see if, hey, are you happy in not being a pilot? Like, is this something that you want to pursue, or are you good? Like how I'm good with the lizards and I'm not doing anything with it. You know, I'm learning to live with it and I'm happy with it. So you want to. That's what that's going to show you. It's going to show you if your partner feels fulfilled, or if they still feel like, you know, something is missing, right? It allows you a deeper look to sense their feeling of fulfillment in life, right? So yeah, just wanted to touch on that.
Hey, that's what's up. And just to answer that question, if the situation in the world today wasn't like it is right now, I may entertain getting my pilot license.
I'll help you.
But right now,
should I help you build the plane?
I ain't about to deal with no crazies.
Right. So, you know, okay. It's a little different right now.
All right. So question number 7. What was your favorite game to play?
Game. You know what? My favorite game as a child, and if any one of my school friends is watching this, they're going to laugh. They're going to know it's true. It's called. Have you ever heard of rounders? We call it round dodge when I was growing up. That's what we call it, but it's actually called rounders, right? We call it round dodge. It's kind of like baseball, but
Okay.
you don't have a baseball bat. You use your hand, and you
So
had
when
to.
somebody throw the ball and you hit it?
Right. No, you put the ball in the air like this. You throw it up, and you hit it, and then you have people in the outside, and they're gonna be the ones they call it. They're feeling, right? They're in the field, so they're
Right.
feeling, and so you have different bases. You have base 1, base 2, base 3, base 4. So and it's a few of us, so you have to go around and make sure that they don't hit you with the ball, you know, because if they hit you with the ball and you're not at base, then you're out.
Okay.
So we did it with the actual our hands, and we played with it was so much fun. Like I used to get in trouble because we were supposed to be in class when the bell rung, but we out there getting in the last game to see who's gonna win.
Okay.
And we caught a little whooping because in the islands they whoop you when you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got many little whoopings for playing that game, but I loved it so much, and I was so good at it too. And then we had another one. It's called Bunnings. Yeah, I'm from the Caribbean. So, and then this one was easy.
If any of our island people know about these games, drop it in the chat. Let us know.
So this one was easy, and then it was 3 stages. If you had enough people, you play rounders. Then if it's just you and somebody else, you play Bunnings. And then if it's just 3 of you, then you play you play a short version to rounders. So you just in the middle, and you just gotta this is called dodgeball. So it's 3 of you. So one person here, the other person here, and then someone is in the middle, and each person that have the ball, you have to try to hit the person with the ball
in the middle.
And boy, I was so good. I was so good. Because they can't hit me. Like I have my legs up in the air because I could do splits and stuff. I was real flexible. So when the ball came, I put my leg up in the air like this. I'll do a split, I'll jump, and my 2 legs was like this, so the ball went right under me. And sometimes I'll duck right down so the ball came over me. Sometimes I put my hands up so the ball went over here, and so they couldn't get me out. And they used to hate playing with me.
All right.
So yeah, that was fun.
But you know what? That leaked over into your adult life.
Yeah.
Because you like competition.
In a sense, healthy competition. Yeah.
Healthy competition.
Yeah.
So yeah, healthy. The keyword healthy competition. Because even though I'll make dinner one time that's just bomb.com. Here she go. Next day, I'm finna mash up this kitchen right now.
Oh, you trying to? I'll be like, oh, you trying to outcook me? All right, bet. Bet. Watch me. Watch I'm gonna come with the bomb dish. Yeah, you right. And it's fun though, cause you snuck it on me the other day when you was like, taste that spaghetti.
No, it was the salmon.
The salmon, yeah. You did that, baby. You did that. And I was like, all right, bet. Watch me tomorrow.
Oh boy.
Oh shit.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so now it's my turn.
Okay, your turn.
Yeah. So we're on number 8.
Number 8.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What is the single most important thing you learned as a child? See, this is important here. This is a big one.
What did I learn as a child?
Yeah. What is it says single too. Look how it says single and important together. So this is a big deal. What is the single most important thing you learned as a child?
I wonder what age range they're talking about.
As a child, under 18, you're a child.
Well, I guess one of the things I learned as a child was to
stranger danger.
No, not stranger danger, but observing other people and seeing how they got in trouble to see how I could stay out of trouble.
Learning from other people's mistakes at an early age.
Yeah, because
that's your trick.
I had an older sister and a younger brother, and And so I would see them get into a lot of trouble because you know the first sibling, they think they're the leader, they out there, they doing what they do, and then last, the youngest one is usually the most rebellious one.
Right.
So with me being the middle child, I was like looking at them like, okay, you just got your ass whooped. I ain't doing that.
Wow. So you learning what not to do,
or how to do it better,
and what not to do. Because if you doing that and that's happening to you, I am not doing that.
Right. Because I know my sister would get in trouble a lot for either hanging out too late or something of that nature. So I knew if I don't know if my mom don't watch it all the time, so I'm gonna say it.
This might be the one she watched. This just might be the one she watched.
There were actually some times when I was dating, right, and I had my own job and everything, but I didn't have a car yet. And I even did this when I did get my car.
Wow.
But
oh, I remember this one. You told me this one already. Yeah, she's gonna be like, Christopher.
Oh man,
get you for that one, boy.
I used to. I was thankful that the apartment that we stayed in at that time was on the ground level, so I was able to sneak out of my room at night. You know. And let me show you how sneaky I was, right?
You see this? Look and tell you, your mom, boy, she watch you watch this video. She gonna watch. Her phone gonna be ringing in the morning.
Like I would sneak and get the keys. Then I get out the room. I make sure everybody's asleep, right? And then I get in the car and I go and meet up with my girl. We're gonna do whatever we're gonna do. And before I got back home, right, I would make sure that the gas tank was at the same spot that it was.
That's a whole nother level.
I was like, the only way she was gonna get me is if she paid attention to the odometer, but she ain't paying attention.
She a mom. She ain't watching them damn. She trying to get to work and do her stuff.
Oh man. But yeah, but I made sure that gas tank stayed at the same spot. So yeah,
you see that? Now, what have we learned here? What have we learned here about the psyche? This type of individual is about precision.
Yes.
Precision.
Observation.
Precision through observation. That's somebody you want to have on your team when you're building something, because they are going to pay attention to the details.
Right.
All right. So you could know from that how that plays out into your adult life is that you're very, very good on details.
Yeah.
To the point where you forget about the bigger picture sometimes.
True.
And I'm the opposite. I am always concerned about the bigger picture, and sometimes I forget about the details. So as you can see, when we come together, we make a bomb team.
Facts.
So I just do what I'm good at, and my baby, he does what he's good at. And we know that, okay, with that type of skill set, we can work together and make miracles.
Yep.
So that's why you ask that type of, those type of questions, so you see how you can learn from each other or build with each other.
Yep. There you go. All right. So I got a question for you.
Let me see. What we at? Number 9?
Yeah.
And I'm the 9th month, so that's fine.
All right. What was your most memorable family event?
Oh, that's easy. My most memorable family event was when I was 1993, baby. I'm telling my age and I don't give a shit. 1993 was the best summer of my whole existence on this planet thus far with my family. Okay. I'm telling you, all my cousins was there. Man, what? Selena, sleep in peace, sis. You know I love you. She's always with me to always come to visit. Selena, my other cousins, T-Roy, they came from England, and then the cousins that were there who lived in in St. Vincent, and it was just so many of us. And I'm telling you, we had a party every day. We had we used to call it. We had those devil cakes. The devil cakes, the chocolate and the white on the inside. That's how you know the party was on, because as long as we had devil cakes, the party was on and popping.
Man, with them devil cakes, I had to eat the bottom first.
Right.
Look, if you didn't eat the bottom first,
Man.
you are weird.
Every night was party time. It was like party, and we used to party until we were tired, and then we went to the beach. And then when we went to Beckway, it was done for. It was finished. All of us in Beckway, we didn't even know how to act.
Yeah,
we almost drowned. We didn't care. We was happy. We got out the water. Our eyes is red. We coughing and just having so much fun. Death couldn't stop us. That was the best summer ever. That's the best family memory ever. We went so many places. Again, going back to the traveling, right? Travel to so many places. Every day we went someplace different. Every day we did something different, and we were all together. We would fight. We would make back up the same moment. You know how kids do. Siblings fight all the damn time, and we make back up again.
Yeah. So just even taking a peek into that, one of the values that you can actually take out of that is that you value family.
Oh yes. Oh, absolutely.
Because see that right there, because if the person that you're asking, if they can't think of a memorable moment with their family, then unless y'all are planning on like being nomads and y'all just riding to die, then that may not be the person you want to build a family with.
Yeah, to see what type of interactions they have with their family. The highlights of that's something you want to pay attention to. Yeah.
There you go. All right. So we're moving right along. We appreciate y'all for holding tight with us.
Yeah, these are good questions though, guys. Yeah. I'm learning stuff. My baby's learning stuff. I mean, you when you do yours, you're gonna learn stuff. All right. So number 10. What do you admire most about your parents?
Well, for that one's a little difficult in my situation, and I'll tell you this.
Okay.
Because I actually, well, it's a little complicated because I didn't grow up with both of my parents. I grew up with my mom for the most part, and so with that being said, one of the most admirable things that I can think about as far as with my parents is, as far as when it comes to my mom, is that she was what's the word I'm looking for? Like she I don't know what word to put on it, but let me say this, which is that she did any and everything she could to make sure that we had a stable foundation. Whether she had to work like 2 or 3 jobs, making sure that we were always taken care of and things of that nature. Like she really did. Like, I don't know, what word would you put on that?
You could depend on your mom to give you your basic needs as a kid. You could count on her.
Yeah.
You could count on you. You know for sure that you could count on your mom.
Well, not even that. Also, like being able to do it in the face of a lot of roadblocks or obstacles.
Okay. So
I guess her grit.
Okay, there you go. That would be it. Yeah. Insatiable desire. She had an insatiable desire to take care of her family. Because that means no matter what.
Yeah, because we grew up in the ghetto, okay? In the ghetto. I'm talking about Bloods and Crips was strong at that time.
Wow.
And so, unlike some of the other parents who were out there selling drugs and things of that nature, my mom decided that she was still going to work and do what she needed to do so that she could make sure that we were good.
See?
Yeah.
That's a mom right there. That's what moms do.
That's what moms do. All right.
So there you go. So you learned something about your significant other with that question. You get to learn to see, did they grow up in a 2-parent household, or if their parents were active in their life, even if they didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. And you also get to see how they view, because that's important, how you view your parents. Like, what's your perception of your parents? Because oftentimes when you're a kid, your parents, they're a direct reflection of how you feel you are, right? Um, that's why, as when you have children, you want to be very mindful. Like if you and the dad, if you're not together, and this is a little side note, um, if you and the mom or you and the dad are not together, and somebody's raising the kid separate, I mean, even if that other absentee parent is a complete asshole, or even if they're a complete, in your eyes, loser, or whatever faults they might have, right? You should you should never talk to that child like
Mhm.
really negatively
Mhm.
about that absent parent, because whether or not you realize it, the child knows. It's because I remember when I was growing up what it felt like, because the child knows that absentee parent, even though they're absent, they're part of them.
Mhm.
It's something you feel. You feel like that's a part of me.
Mhm.
So when you speak negatively about that absent parent, the child takes on that energy,
Yep.
and they think that this is how they are, or they're gonna think this is how I'm gonna be when I'm older. No matter what you tell them, it's a type of resonance. I don't know how to explain it, but the child would feel that way, even though you're not talking about the child, you're talking about the parent, but the child would automatically feel that way. So you want to be very mindful of how you talk about or relate, any type of news about that parent to the child. You want to be very strategic in how you talk about that parent,
Yeah.
and constantly reassure and build that child up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is crazy because my mom never talked bad about any of our dads.
Which is very intelligent, which is very smart. It's a smart thing to do. But these are just some of the things that you will get to learn about your partner by asking these questions, as far as how do you view your parents and things of that nature, or what you admire about your parents. You get the people look into their psyche.
Yep. Cool beans. So the question's for you now?
Yeah. Questions is for me.
We're almost there, y'all. We're almost to the end.
Number 11.
Number 11.
11.
All right. What what do you look forward to about being a parent?
Too late. Too late for that one.
Okay,
But,
so before you had kids,
right.
What were you most excited about as far as being a parent, or were you excited about?
Well, I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
I was adopted, so I did not grow up with my mother and my father, biological mother and father. I was adopted by my great aunt, and she was a fabulous role model. Um, and I had my uncle, for like a male role model and things of that nature. So I had role models and stuff in my life for the divine masculine aspect, I guess. And for my mom, she was pretty awesome. I'm sorry, what was the question again? Kind of left me. It's crazy. It just kind of went up.
What do you look forward to
As a
about
parent.
being a parent?
Okay, that was the question. Okay. So, and okay, this is where I was going with this. So, because of the fact that I did not grow up with my mother and my father, I always told myself that when I am a parent, and this is what I would look forward to when I was younger, I would look forward to spending valuable time with my children, no matter what. And I used to say, I don't care what life throws at me, I would always have my kids with me.
Yep.
So I really look forward to actually building a family when I was younger, and making sure that no matter what life brings, my children would always be with me.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, you are a ride or die.
Pretty much.
Okay, ride or die. All right. Now, the next question that come up is actually kind of a part two to that question, because it asks if you don't want to be a parent, why? And that's a good question to go into it. And let's just say, and I answer it from my perspective. If I had said that I didn't want to be a parent, and to be honest, I was kind of on the fence
Mm.
about being a parent because at that particular time, like I didn't have a father in my life, so it's like I wanted to be a good dad, but I didn't know how to be a good dad. And so if I didn't want to be a parent, the reason would be was because I didn't receive the other half of knowing how to raise a child.
So that feeling of a little bit of insecurity in that department, not delivering
Right.
like how you think you probably should, would have kind of kept you from that. That's important to know. That's a question that you have to ask if you're dating someone that doesn't have children. You definitely want to see if you're fit there early instead of waiting until later on down the line or trying to change someone's mind. That's something that don't ever fall into that trap, okay, of trying to change someone's mind. If someone tells you that, listen, I don't want to have children, and you want to have children, don't try to change their minds, because it can end up really messy getting a baby involved and then one parent never wanted to be a parent. So if you never want to be a parent and you accidentally become a parent, I mean, sometimes, they'll get over it. Sometimes they do get over it and then they say, oh,
Yeah.
I'm so glad that I have you, yada, yada, yada. But never try to change someone's mind. It's better when it comes, like if this is something that I really want, it's better that way.
Yeah.
So if someone tells you I don't want to have kids, just believe them.
Yeah, believe them. All right. So that brings us to question 13, which would be for me. And let's see.
13. Do you want to live near? Do you want to live near or far from your relatives?
At this point in my life, well, you know what? Gosh, okay. If this was early on, and actually even to this day, I would actually rather be away from my family. And that just goes back to when I was a kid, I didn't feel like I fit in my family.
So you would you'd be the type to kind of want to have a little bit of distance.
Yeah, and TV programming probably messed me up as well because I watched a lot of Cosby's and
the Cosby Show,
Different World and things of this nature. And I'm looking at my family like,
y'all don't look like that.
Y'all don't act like this.
Right.
So yeah, that plays a part, but like I said, I would probably. I'll be okay if I was in a whole nother state, a whole nother country, and I'll just send you a postcard, a call every once in a while.
See, and that gets you to look a little deeper to see how they feel about their actual family members. What type of relationship they have with them, and that would lead you to know what type of relationship you would have with their family members, right? Yeah. So just something to think about. And so number 14 is for me.
Yes. So, oh, wow. Now, have you read this one yet?
No.
You haven't? Okay. So, when your parents get older, how do you plan to take care of them?
Well,
because we're at that point.
Well, for my older, so
how did you plan to take care of them when you were younger?
Well, when I was younger, I was home. I was in where I was born in the Caribbean, so I planned to be there. Right, I planned to take care of my parents. But I'm not in St. Vincent anymore. I'm in the United States, and they're in St. Vincent. So right now, my adoptive mom, she's my mom, she raised me. She is actually at home now with her sister, and that's her younger sister. So I think she's taking care of her now.
Oh, that's why she acting like
that. That's why she doesn't like it. She's feeling the type of way. But hey, she understands that they're just there to help and stuff like that. So she's very compassionate and stuff like that. So she understands. But what I wanted to do as a kid, I'm not able to do now, and also due to
Craziness.
the current situation of the world right now. Um, one of the reasons why I'm not even able to exercise, those type of accommodations that I wanted to, right? But that's how
That goes.
that's how I saw myself is
Mm-hmm.
actually being there.
Yeah. Hey, we all, because I know when I was a kid, I knew by the time my mom got old, I was going to be a millionaire, and she was just going to have her own place, and I made sure that she had somebody who could cook and clean and take care of the house, and she would have a driver. That was my plan as a kid. Like, she would have a driver. She wouldn't have to worry about driving. She'll have somebody to clean the house, and she'll have somebody to cook. She wouldn't have to worry about any of those things. But hey,
I mean, why you giving up?
I ain't giving up.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I'm just saying that was my plan when I was a kid. I mean, it still is a plan right now.
Keep that plan. Don't get rid of that plan. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that plan.
There you go.
Yeah, I like that plan, right? It's a good plan.
Yeah.
I just wish my mom was not so far away.
Mm.
Hey, it is what it is,
Yeah. It is what it is. All right. So hopefully you all enjoyed that little conversation and a little back and forth. And like we said, because a lot of the things that we do is to help you get to a place to where you can meet and be with your love of your life. And these are just some questions or some things you can keep in mind. So when that happens, because we're already speaking into the future,
right?
We know it's going to happen for you. And so just so you can get a really deeper connection with that person, and you can really know for sure, not believe, but know that this person is for you. Hopefully these questions will help you move that relationship along.
Right. Just get into the childhood, The childhood allows you to see into the subconscious, get a peek into the subconscious mind of your partner or someone who you're thinking about, maybe marrying or getting into a serious relationship with. These are just fabulous questions. And stay tuned because next episode we're going to be talking about what's the next topic that we're going to be talking about? There's a next topic that we will do. So we have a series of them. The first one is the childhood, getting into the subconscious. The next one we're going to be talking about is love. Questions that you can ask your partner to really get to know how, I guess you can call it their love language. Right? But these will be specific questions that will evoke certain ways or how they view love or how they react around love, or what makes them feel love and things of that nature. All right, so stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, because we don't want to be wasting our energy on somebody who we know. Okay, like Madeira said, Tyler Perry. She said, you got to know that some people are with you for a season. And what's the other one?
She was saying that some people, you have to know the difference because there are some people who are like roots, and then there are some people who are branches, and then you have some people who are leaves. The leaves are going to leave you real easy.
There you go.
Okay, the branches, they'll break on you. So you got to know where you stand with them, literally.
Yeah, because sometimes they can't handle that weight.
Right, and then you have the roots. And those are the few people that you want to keep around, but you got to know the difference so that you don't end up with somebody that was supposed to be around for a season. Like the leaves, they change with the season. You don't want to spend your life with someone who was only meant to be there for a particular season, for a lifetime, because that's where true misery greets you. Okay.
There you go. All right, y'all. So we love y'all so much. Stay tuned for the next one, and we're out.
Yeah, that's it. Go to the website, become a Royal Twin Flame. If you want to support the channel, go ahead and support our channel. We have 3 tiers on this YouTube channel. We have the supporters, we have the Twin Flame supporters, and we have the Royal Star Seeds. I know the Royal Star Seeds does give you access to different videos that's not available. Or you can just come and join us on the website, become a Royal Twin Flame. You can see all the webinars that we have done. And right now we're doing a class called Magical.
Yes, which is going down tomorrow. I mean, this is recorded, but it's going down tomorrow.
Yeah.
But real quickly before we head out, one of the things to keep in mind, one announcement, which we should have made at the beginning, and hopefully you stood in long enough to get this information. And the announcement is that because of everything that's going on in the world right now, and because we got a sneak peek at what these people will do when they don't want you to communicate with everybody. So we wanted to make sure that you had another avenue in order to connect with other like-minded people to see what's really going on in the world. And so because of that, we've opened up another membership on our website, which will give you access to the members area as well as the forum, so that you could post things like that on, like post just like you would post on Instagram or Facebook. You can do it on our website. And in addition to that, it does come with the app. Okay,
there you go.
And you can actually join at no cost right now. Okay, now if you want to get access to the archives of the webinars and be able to go to the webinars at no additional cost, then you can become a Royal Twin Flame. But if you just want to be able to connect with other people and have another way to stay connected with people outside of social media, then you can come over to the website and join for free.
That's right, for free. And while you're on the website, cop the book. A moth is also a butterfly. Again, we have hard copies here that's available, and we will definitely sign it to you. And it's only a few that we have the signed copies.
Yes.
And we'll get that out to you. Okay, guys?
All right. So we love y'all.
We love you guys. Peace out.